everyone, welcome in. It's Julie Max and the Main Stamper. I am here for your Thursday at 3 and your fun fold card class. So every Thursday I like to come on and share something really fun. And this is going to be a short how-to video because I like to do my longer class on Monday night where I share 3 cards and offer you card kits in the mail with your qualifying offer that week. This week we're doing the Ice Cream Swirl Bundle, so it's been a ton of fun, right? And I also like to come back on Thursday afternoon and then bring that bundle right in to a fun fold type card, or maybe a 3D type card, or maybe in this instance kind of a both type card. We're gonna find out how it is to make that ice cream cone it could be its own card all on its own. And then we're gonna attach it to another fun fold card for extra fun. So there's a lot going on today. Please say hi as you're jumping on. I'd like to know that you can see and hear me okay. Make sure my internet is working. I am live on my Facebook page for my videos, and then I pop them over to YouTube afterwards. So hi everybody on YouTube. I appreciate all of your likes and your comments and your love and your sharing. It's all so sweet to me, just like our ice cream is as well. So I'm going to continue to look to see if you guys are watching me and making sure that we're doing okay. And we're also going to pop over to my workspace because we have to check out our fun fold card. I didn't even show you it. I didn't even show you the fun fold card yet. I'm so busy like thinking I've got everything up and running and making sure we're doing okay. So this is our fun fold card. So hopefully you can see this. It looks kind of like a normal card, right? We're again using the Ice Cream Swirl Bundle. And I want to show you that this little ice cream cone has a little bit of a 3D effect. So you're able to pop this open and then the sentiment is actually on the front of the card, but it is a little bit hidden, right? So it's kind of that secret message, which I think is a lot of fun. And then we have the book binding card. Now this is probably the simplest fun fold you can do. It just kind of takes some of our card stock and changes it up so that it looks like we have the spine of a book over here. So that is what we've got going on today. I'm going to share with you how to make this amazing card. And I don't see any viewers yet, so hopefully we're doing okay. I'm going to pop you over to my workspace and see, hopefully we are good to go today. So here again is our fun fold card. This is called the Ice Cream Swirl 3D Bookbinding Fun Fold card. I like to give my recipes long names because there's a lot going on in this one for sure, right? We have the Ice Cream Swirl Bundle. We've got a 3D kind of looked to our cone, and then we've got the binding, the bookbinding fun fold part of it as well. So I have some of the things here. If you're on my email newsletter list, you're getting these newsletters on Thursdays, and you're going to scroll down past some of the information that I share, and you're going to get a copy of this recipe that you can print out. You can save it, keep it. I think I'm going to start popping mine into some clear sleeves with maybe a sample or at least the bones of the card, the fun fold, so that if I want to revisit any of them, I will be able to do that. So I encourage you to do the same. And if you're not on my newsletter yet, please feel free to get signed up for that. I give lots of great information and a card recipe every Thursday that has a fun fold in it. Now, again, as mentioned, we're using the Ice Cream Swirl Bundle. This is a great bundle. I've been playing with this one all week. This is one of those bundles that I didn't know I would love until I really started to love it. So photopolymer stamp set, really great dies. This we're gonna dive into this bowl of ice cream. We actually have a cone. We're gonna dive into how this cone die right here is going to make our fun fold today, and we're gonna take a quick peek here at some of my cards from Monday's class as I continue to wait to see if anybody is watching in live that they can say, hey, how's it going? Just give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear or see me. I would appreciate that so much. So this is our first card that we did on Monday. It's Hope Your Day is Sweet. We used the strawberries and we kind of made a pink cone, and then I did a color swap on Wednesday, and I took it into the Blackberry Bliss at Melissa's suggestion, and so we kind of voted. There was a half and half vote for this. Some of you guys like the strawberry and some of you like the black cherry. So there was like kind of a mixed bag on that one. Our second card here, we went with a mint chocolate chip. We did kind of a glimmer paper here. This one was a lot of fun too. And while I was doing the card class live, I actually flipped the designer series paper. You don't see a lot of it here, but there's blue on one side and there's the purple version on the other. Once again, it's kind of a mixed bag of who liked the purple and who liked the blue. So I like that there's a lot of options out there, and I like that you guys are kind of checking out the options too. This one is the card from my class on Monday where we actually used the top of the ice cream cone and we made a bowl. And then I used the blends and I made some really interesting looking delicious chocolate swirl ice cream. Now I have a post actually I should say, up today about these little, I don't think they're donuts, they're maybe cookies or candies. We're trying to check it out and figure out how it is. Hi Lori, thanks for letting me know you can see me. Hi Lois and Beth, hi. Oh, it's good to see you from down East Maine. Thank you so much for letting me know. I'm good to go. All right, so that is Monday's class. Those are the cards that I did. You can always check the video if you're kind of curious to how they all came together. Now, back to our card du jour, our card of the day here. So I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. Now, once again, as mentioned, hi Sandra Johnson. So good to see you on here. We are going to, I'm actually going to adjust my camera here for just a second. So this might be a little weird. Hang on, stand with me. Close your eyes if you get dizzy. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. So we are going to work with our card base here. Now this is just your regular half sheet of cardstock, so it's 8.5 wide, and then we cut the 11 down by 5.5, so 8.5, 5.5, right? Your basic card base. We're going to bring it in here and we're going to score it just like we would normally score a card base. We always score it 4.25. But we're going to start with 3.25 and then we're going to move to 4.25. Now, if you're using your Stampin' Up trimmer, just make sure you're using your scoring blade. So that's 3.25. And now we're going to go over to 4.25. So we're putting 2 scores into our card base, and that's it. That is like that's the hardest part of this entire card. No, it's not hard at all, really. So now we're going to fold it over. So you're going to see that if we just scored it at 4.25, we would have a regular card in half, right? So 4.25 brings us in half. But we do have this extra little 3.25 inch score right here. I'm going to just burnish this down really nicely. So this is going to be our book binding part. And we're actually going to be putting this little seam kind of together, right? So this part right here is going to get glued flat, and then only this part will open for the front. And hopefully you'll see more of that as we get going. Now I did cut my designer series paper already, and check out the cherries. How cute are these, right? So I took advantage of the celebration paper called Sunny Days, and celebration is only one week from today. Celebration will be over. So I hope you guys are all having a good celebration time. Hi Linda, thanks for joining in. Good to see you here. So celebration paper, cherries worked really well with my theme card, but check out the same paper pack. Celebration Sunny Days has strawberries too, right? So I kind of hesitated, but I thought the cherry card worked a little bit better than the strawberry card, and this one was definitely a lot of fun to put together. So I've got my designer series paper ready to go. So all you're going to need is a couple of strips of designer series paper. They're going to fit the front of your card. Check your orientation when you cut your paper, because this is a portrait card. I think I've done this perhaps in a landscape position, this book binding. So just make sure you have the right paper orientation if you have an orientation on your designer series paper. So just like that, we've got the front. I mean, the bones are so simple. Now we're basically going to create our book binding seam, if you will, and I'm just adding that adhesive in the score line here between the 3.75 and the 4.25, 3.25, and we're just going to close this. That's how easy this card is to make. Now, what's nice about this card is that it actually makes a smaller insert for your card, right? So on a regular card, you open it up, you have a big area that you may need to put an insert in with your regular card, right? With the bookbinding card, we've just reduced this down quite a bit. So now we only need a smaller insert. I don't even know if I showed you. I just stamped Hope Your Day is Sweet on this one. So we do have a small insert, and let's go ahead and we're going to stamp this right now. And I have my sentiment right here, Hope Your Day is Sweet. Now I hope you also notice, if you're paying attention to details, I don't have my mat. My glass mat is not on my work surface right now. And there is a really good reason for that. And the reason is I don't have it on my work surface all the time. I don't work on it 24/7. Now I love the glass mat, and everyone's been talking about the glass mat. It is fantastic, but there is a limit to its size, and I like to have a lot of room and spread out all my stuff, and I don't like that little jump down from one section to another because it is kind of raised a little bit. So I only pull out my glass mat when I want to use it, and as I was prepping for this class today, I had all my stuff all over my desk, and I was like, not going to take all of that off my desk and then put the glass mat down. So sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. It sits under my desk, so it's not too far away. It's just a matter of having a clean surface to prep to put it on. That's really what it comes down to. Now I'm going to go ahead and stamp. This is the cone for the inside. So you're going to see here on the front, you don't have to do this, but I wanted a white cone for the inside of my ice cream cone. I've got Make-A-Wish here. This time I'm going to bring in Yum Yum because I thought maybe I would change it up a little bit. I like to change things up sometimes. These are sentiments in the stamp set. And I mentioned earlier this week that I didn't know if I would use this Yum Yum stamp very often, and here I am, I'm using it. It's Yum Yum, right? So we're going to use the Yum Yum there, and we're going to continue on now with the fun stuff. Now I have a piece of crumb cake. So for this card, we do need to make sure, because we're making the ice cream cone, the double big ice cream cone, so we can fold it over, make a shape card with it. So we need one that's long enough to take on our entire die. When I did the white insert here for my cone, I just had a piece of paper that really fit half of my die because I didn't really need one that flipped over. I mean, I guess I could have, and then I would have had two, but I just used a scrap, and it was just a half of the cone. So in the directions it says half a cone. That's what I'm talking about, half the cone. Now we can you can stamp and die cut this one for the cone, or you can use the detailed die that will give you some great embossed pieces, but we're stamping on this one. So we're going to just stamp on half of this because I only need, I'm putting this cone down on my card front, right? So I only need, you know, one half's going to get covered up in the end. There goes my ink. Okay, I have pecan pie fingers now. Look at that. Let me pause for just a second and grab a baby wipe. This is an instance where you would definitely want a baby wipe. Lois likes the paper. Hi, Jackie. Good to see you on here. Okay, so yes, this paper is really fun. This is my go-to. This is my current favorite thing to get from Celebration right now is this paper. And fortunately, we've been really lucky because none of the Celebration items sold out this year. All right, I've cleaned up a little bit, and we're going to come in here with the die cutting machine, my big boss here, because we're going to die cut this, and I'm going to show you how it's going to make that really fun ice cream cone card. So let me get this going. I've got my base plate, my shim, a clear plate, which is really well loved. I'm going to say well loved, not well used. And then I'm going to put another clear plate over top. Let me back this up just a little bit. And I've got that centered on my stamping. I'm going to say it's centered on there for the most part. It's mostly centered. All right, so running it through the cranker here, we have our ice cream cone parts. Let me get rid of my die cut pieces. So just like that, we have our cone here. It looks like there's two cones in a row, right? There's a score. There's a really nice score line here in the middle, so that you're able to flip this over just like this. And just like that, we have a shaped card. If we wanted to just keep this as its own little card, it will stand up. You guys, it is so cute. It stands up. I had no idea that you could do something so fun with this. So, and then someone would get the card, and this would be the card. You would open it up. You could stamp the back as well if you wanted to. And decorate, right? We're going to actually put our little Yum Yum in here. So this is the same size. This white insert is the same size as the crumb cake. Making sure that I have this opening correctly, right? So I'm going to put this in here, and it's just going to fit, right? Because it's this, again, same size, and it might overlap a little bit here and there. Now the back doesn't matter if it overlaps because it's going down onto our card base. However, if the front overlaps and you can see traces of white, my suggestion is to grab out the pecan pie ink, which is what we stamped this in, right? And a dauber. Now hold this closed. So you're not just daubing. Normally I'm daubing on the edges. Like normally I'm going here and I'm saying, okay, daub the edges. This time I want you to keep it in the closed position so you can see that little outline of white right there. And we're going to daub just like we normally do, right? But this is going to make that white line that shows disappear. So you can kind of, hopefully you can still see a little bit here at the bottom. So by putting the dauber on while it's closed, we're getting the ink on the white as well. as well as the outside of the cone. So just make sure you're happy with what it looks like. You can add a little bit more onto your cone if you want. I love to add ink. Sponge daubing, blending brushes, those are my favorites. So now that I've darkened that down, you can't see that white outline anymore. And then when you open it up, it kind of blends in. It's not like super noticeable that, you know, I haven't gone through and gone crazy with the ink on the inside. So that is how we're going to make that cute little cone, kind of a 3D cone, if you will. Now for the toppings here on my cone, I just die cut out from the dies the big outline. I did an early espresso, so you see it right here. And then the swirly die that's the secondary die, I did this in white. Now you can mix and match the colors here. This is kind of what's so fun about the ice cream cone set, the ice cream swirl set, I should say. The mixing and matching of the colors. There's so many possibilities, right? It's like when you go to the ice cream store and you see like 36 flavors, you can do as many as you want. Now, if you were making your shaped card, you would have to attach this onto here, and here's your little cone shaped card, and that's super cute, right? I absolutely love this. Because we're putting it onto our card base, we're gonna pop it up with some dimensionals. So I gotta find my dimensionals here, and we're gonna continue to work on our card. I think I have enough in this little pack right here. All right, Barbara got her card kit today. Oh, hi, Barbara. I am so glad you loved it. That is so awesome. Thank you for ordering with me last week during my super sweet sale. That was a lot of fun for me to pack up. Everyone chose different surprise sweet gifts, and I had so much fun going along and packing up. Some of you got some designer series paper, some of you got cards, like handmade cards, some of you got a surprise. I was just so happy to be able to share all that with you. So we popped this on here with our dimensional, so you can see it's kind of like flinging open, and we're going to fix that in a little bit. But first, let's talk about this cute little cupcake. This almost looks like a cupcake holder, right? This is the wrap that's going to go on our cone, as if it was a paper holder like you would get to help keep all the drippies off your fingers, right? So we're going to put this on here. Now I chose this from the Subtles family color. This is the Balmy Blue designer series paper, and if you don't have designer series paper that matches, that paper is always a great. This one I used the Blackberry Bliss is a neutral, so I used the neutral pack here to get a background paper for my Blackberry Bliss card. So those paper packs are fantastic. I always love getting those. Now we're going to come back here to our ice cream because we need to continue our card here. So I'm going to grab out some dimensionals, and my pack's looking a little slim here. I think I used them all up, so I'm going to grab some end pieces of my dimensionals now. Now it's really hard to see them here on this, kind of like we're doing white on white basically, but I've loaded them up. I've got one here, a piece here, here, and here. So I've got like a little triangle formation, and those are going to hold up my ice cream scoop here. So I'm going to just make sure I don't go over too far where the dimensionals will stick out. As soon as you take off the backings, they're going to be sticky anyway. I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on the top of my cone as well, so it's going to kind of help to hold all this down. And then we're just going to pop our topping on here, right? This is so delicious looking. I really love this color combo. So here's where we're going here with this card. It's super cute already, right? Now I did the cherries earlier because I didn't want to. I covered this in class on Monday. I stamped them in Memento. I colored them with stamping blends. I did the light cherry. This is cherry cobbler. I did the light color first. I accented with the dark cherry, and then I did the stems in the dark mossy. So I've got 3 cherries here. So stamped, die cut, super quick and easy. I love how these are small and effective. They've got some packing power, these little cherries, right? Because it doesn't take long to color them. This is my speed of coloring, by the way. It's just quick and easy, and it's so cute. Now this bottom cherry that's on my card right here, there's a purpose to this guy, and we're gonna need a dimensional for him. So I'm going to trim one more off the bottom here, and I'm going to put this dimensional down here at the bottom, kind of snug to my cone. So the dimensional's right down here, and when I put the cherry here, it's going to help to hold this it's going to help to hold my cone closed, but it's pretty easy to pop it open. So you can see here, it's just a little bit there. You can tuck it in just a little bit. It means it's really easy to work with. So before I pop that on there though, we're going to talk about the twine, because I've given this card a little bit of blue to kind of make that red and white pop. So we're going to use some of the twine from the 2022-2024 in color packs. These colors are retiring. These colors are going to be retiring soon. So if you love any of these colors and you don't have them yet, I recommend you get them. This is a great week to pick up any of your refills, because they're going to be hitting the retiring list soon. And after that, they just start disappearing really fast. So these are the retiring in colors, and you're going to want to get your ink refills when you get your stamp pads, because it's super important to have those. So I'm just working off the spool for this one. So just go ahead and just tie a little bow around the ice cream wrapper. So it's coming around the wrapper. Boy, this bow seems super generous. I got an extra scoop on this one. I will probably make that a little bit smaller, but this is going to go around the blue paper in the front. So you can kind of see it comes around the back, and to secure it so it doesn't slide up and down, I'm just going to use a glue dot, and I'm going to put the glue dot underneath the knot of the bow. So it's going to just kind of come underneath here. I just sneak it in with my finger. I manipulate the bow up and over top of the glue dot, kind of roll it around a little bit if you need to adjust it. But just like that, we have like a cute little string on there. I thought that was sweet. Now I can go ahead and take this paper off of my dimensional piece, and I can put this little cherry right here on the side. So I'm going to hold my cone down, my little cone, and just kind of bring this off to the side here, and just make sure that it's helping to hold closed the cone, but also it will be able to open. So I've got Yum Yum on the inside of that one. It just kind of helps to keep that a little bit secured, so it's not kind of flying open. Now the last thing we have to put on this card is some of the bling. These are the rainbow adhesive dots. They're really awesome. This was your free gift this week. If you're ordering with me this week, you're getting this with your card kits. And I chose these darker blue ones to work with because I felt like they worked well. So I'm using the smaller ones here on the outside of my little scallop wrapper. And then I've got the bigger ones here kind of toward the middle, because I didn't feel like my cone necessarily needed lots of little treats on it. I felt like I wanted them elsewhere. The designer series paper is also super busy. So there are always different ways you can use your embellishments and sneak them onto your card. Because if I put them on the paper or up here, I don't think I would have been quite as happy. But here is our fun fold card. Super fun and easy, right? And this was pretty simple to make. Now, if you wanted to just do the ice cream cone as its own card, you could have, but we added it to a bookbinding card for extra fun. So I hope that you enjoyed this sweet card. This was a really fun one to make, because I really have been enjoying playing with the ice cream set. Again, this was a bundle. I purchased it knowing that I wanted to share things with you, but not knowing how much I would love it. So it's kind of funny how you'll get something in and you love it more than you think you would, and that's always usually the case, right? And there's always so many great samples. If you haven't seen much going on with the Ice Cream Swirl Bundle and you're kind of on the fence about it, go check out Pinterest. There's lots of great ideas out there as well, for you to decide if this is one that you really love enough to add to your collection. And Sandra says she loves it. It's good enough to eat. Sandra, thank you for your order this week. Sandra ordered with me, so she's going to be getting those rainbow dots. And she says her ice cream bundle is coming in this weekend, which is faster than my card kits. My card kits will mail on Monday. So Sandra, you'll have to wait a little bit longer for the card kits from my Monday class, but you're going to have a lot of fun with this bundle. I just know you will. All right, everyone, thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I will answer you. I appreciate you hanging out. This was a really fun week with the ice cream. Next week, we're going to run into a new bundle. On Monday, I'll be sharing a class. Thursday will be the last day of February, a week from today. Last day of February, we're getting that bonus day, and it'll be the 29th. It's our leap year day. So maybe we'll have a little extra fun next Thursday for leap year, and definitely get your celebration orders in. Time is running out. Thank you guys so much. I'm glad you're loving it. All right. I appreciate you and I appreciate your time with me. You guys make my day every time. All right. I will see you next time. Until then, stay inspired, create something beautiful, and share the love. Bye, everybody.